Hi, everybody. I'm Blaine Gilmer, and welcome to another edition of Bulldog Illustrated's The Inside Slant. We have a treat here for you tonight. We have our guest who's making some faces off camera right now. I mean, it's the 2022 four-star defensive tackle, Christen Miller. Christen, how you doing, man?
Man, I'm doing good, man. It's a blessing to be on here, man. I'm doing good. Hey, y'all don't mind my voice. I've been yelling at the boys in the weight room today.
That's it. He's getting after him. He's a leader down there at Cedar Grove, and we're going to touch on the Saints and your team. Obviously, a couple of state championship runs and then a quarterfinal appearance last year. So we're going to touch on them in a minute. But obviously, man, very talented player. You're being recruited by virtually every program in the country, and now have it narrowed down. You did have it narrowed down to like 4 schools, but I think there's been a little movement here at the end. Kind of talk to people. Ohio State, Southern Cal kind of jumped in here at the end after that top 4 came out.
Yes, sir. Ohio State. Actually, man, I'm blessed to have Ohio State. I worked for that offer, man. I'm glad it wasn't given to me. It took a while, but I worked for that offer. I've been in contact with Coach Larry Johnson since November of last year. So, I worked for that. And USC, they always been watching me. They always been looking at me. So they finally reached out, and everything else it's been good. You had some dark horses come in, but it's been good.
So just kind of for most, I would say 99% of the population never goes through what you and some of the other your other high profile guys in your class have gone through with these recruitments from people like Georgia, Ohio State, USC, all these schools. What's it like as a junior in high school now going into a senior year, having that kind of attention from those kind of programs?
Man, it like you're gonna keep hearing me say this word, man. It's a blessing. Like I still to this day I still can't understand. Like I still be like, man, I be feeling like I'm in a dream sometimes. But it's a blessing though, just being able to be recruited by these great places, and it's a blessing because I got an opportunity to go play D1 football at some great colleges. So I don't take it lightly. I don't take it for granted at all. So it's a blessing.
Absolutely. When did you first notice, like, growing up playing football and things like that? Hey, God's blessed me with some pretty special talent. When did that kind of come into focus that, hey, the next level could really be a real thing?
It's always been in my head. I'm a very confident person. Like I know what's gonna happen. It's kind of like you set something up, but it's like when it happens, you like, dang, I knew it was gonna happen, but I didn't know it was gonna happen. So it's like I always knew it was gonna happen, but then when it finally happened, it's like, dang, it's really happening. So, man, I always knew it. My parents always spoken to the existence. They knew I was gonna be a star, whether it's in football or whether it was with acting or whether it was with basketball, anything I was doing, they know. But I'm going to school for acting, so I'm still gonna be great at that too. So, either way, man.
I got you. Acting, any particular, you want to do more like on stage type stuff, or you want to be in TV and film world one day?
TV and film world one day, and then I'm gonna do a little. I want to do a little bit of broadcasting. I want to be in that whole scene, man. Everything. Want to be behind everything. Got to be valuable when it comes to all that.
Absolutely. Well, speaking of broadcasting, the University of Georgia is no shortage on producing, former players that are now broadcasters in the sports world. And this is Bulldog Illustrated. So let's talk right now about Georgia. It's been a long, ongoing relationship. I'm sure, Trey Scott, Dan Lanning, Kirby Smart have been, very intentional all throughout the way. Just kind of talk to us about where do things kind of stand right now between you and Georgia, and how are things still kind of developing right now with all these schools?
Man, everybody gunning right now. Like everybody gunning right now. Like literally, like everybody is gunning. They coming forward. And it's gonna be a hard fought one, but everybody is showing they're showing their importance in this time, and that we're coming up to the commitment date. But Georgia, man, they always gonna come with us. They always gonna come with something. They always got that sauce. They got that flavor. You know how Georgia is. You know how Coach Scott is. He gonna hit me up, be like, Big Chris, Hey, man, listen. I'm gonna keep it real with you, baby boy. We need you up here at the G now. Hey, I'm gonna let you know. You're gonna be the first one to know. Listen, we need you. He'll call me, he'll send me voice memos. Man, he crazy, man. But that's my dog for real. Coach Nick, he showed me love. Coach Kirby Smart, he always showing me love. So, man, it's a great atmosphere in Georgia. It's a great atmosphere.
Absolutely. And whoever it ends up being, how difficult is it going to be? A lot of people don't realize, some people think, oh, you just commit and that's it. But you also have to tell 4, 5, 6 schools that you really, really care about and have built relationships. No. How hard is that going to be for you?
It's going to be hard, because I honestly, I'm making this decision for my life. It's for the rest of my life. It's a 40-year decision. It's not a 4-year decision. It's a 40-year decision. So it's going to be hard, but, you got to be able to be a man. You got to be able to tell them, okay, listen, I found something that was better for me, but it's gonna be okay in all realms because I done made some relationships with some great guys, some great fathers. I done made with some great coaches. I done made so many great relationships with them. So it's gonna be hard, but them relationships ain't going nowhere. We're gonna have to play against each other. We're gonna have to, we're gonna talk a little trash, but other than that, it's the love still gonna be right there because we built a relationship through it. And they know that type of guy that I am. They know I'm a stand-up type of guy, and they know that I'm beyond football. So, it's all love. They're gonna show me love. It's all love.
Absolutely. And also in today's world, we were talking earlier about how, high school kids are jumping around. Well, coaches these days are also moving around. So you never know who's going to end up being your coach down the line one way or another, whichever program you end up at. Some guys end up going to the league as well. So definitely good to keep all those relationships good. In terms of Georgia, there's also some guys that are, being heavily recruited by Georgia, and one is a commitment, Tyree West, another defensive lineman, and Michael Williams that you're working out with over at Dr. Rush with Chuck Smith. What's that like working out with Tyree and Michael?
First off, I want to say those my kids, man. I raised them boys, man. I raised 5 stars, so I'm a happy father, raised 2 great young men. So I'm having all jokes aside, man. I love them boys. No, they always come. We always working. We always laughing, playing. I was just on the phone with Michael last night. I talked to Tyree a couple of days ago, but matter of fact, no, I talked to Tyree yesterday too. We always locked in. We always tapped in, but nah, them boys, it's so much fun to work with. We always compete. We gonna give each other that. People may think, oh, y'all supposed to be close friends. Why y'all like that? And that's what makes us so close. We gonna have the type of relationship where we gonna talk trash about everything. Like my character just talk trash, or I go on social media and be like, oh, he do this, just talk trash about him. We just be having fun though.
Oh yeah. So how hard is Tyree leaning on you to become a dog with him?
Man,
he hitting you up all the time.
And Tyree, he leaning on me like I got an ice cream cone, and he a fat kid leaning on me like I got an ice cream cone. He want a little lick off the ice cream. but
man,
he always in my head about George, man. Sometimes he don't even say hey to his own brother. It should be UGA come out his mouth, man. But nah, he always in my head about UGA though. He always love, man. That kid love UGA, man. He love UGA, but nah, he tell me about UGA.
He's ending every conversation with a "Go Dogs" before he hangs up with you.
He said, "Chris, you already know the vibes, man. Go Dogs, man."
I got you. We let you go here. Just kind of touch on, obviously Georgia, Indiana, Georgia Tech, Florida. That was your top 4. Obviously, we said you've talked about Ohio State and USC. What stood out about those 4 schools to you that kind of made you narrow down on them before Ohio State and USC came into the picture?
Oh man, they all brought something different to the table, and that's what it's all about. It's all about vibrancy, bringing something different to the table. They all had a different swag, which I loved about it. They all brought something different, and that's what stood out. And I was like, okay, that's what I want. And they all brought something different. And they all had something that I needed, so it was a plus for me.
What was it about Georgia that you thought you needed, and that ended up putting them in your top 4?
Come on, Blaine. Come on, man. That come on, man.
Hey, I'm just seeing what you thought you liked about UGA. What made them stand out for you?
Crazy question. No, I'm playing with you, man. That's a good question. Man, just how family oriented they is. When I tell you, I never seen a group of guys stick together like they do. You know, and I done seen some other programs have some guys that's locked and loaded and they together. But Georgia, I mean,
You're talking about from a player standpoint or a coach's standpoint or both?
From both. You know, they all family. They all a whole big family, which I love about them. They all a big family, man. What else can you ask for? Like, you know what I'm saying? What else can you ask for? I love it. You know, I love it. I absolutely love it.
One last question I wanted to ask you before you got out of here. What, already so talented, such a big prospect. What do you want to work on personally in your game as you head into your senior year here? After this decision's over with, what are you looking to improve on as a football player?
Man, a lot. There's always room to get better, and then I'm gonna attack my weaknesses before I even talk about the good things. But man, just IQ. Like learning play. Like I'm in the lab, standing at the practice, learning more plays and getting better at the plays that we learned this year. Just IQ. Like, IQ. What I have learned through my whole high school process is, in my 11th grade year was like it was a great year. And my 12th grade year gonna be a awesome year, a crazy year. But my 11th grade year taught me like football was more fun because I had the mental part down pat. So I didn't have to worry about the physical and the mental. All I had to worry about was doing my job physically and everything mentally. With everything, all I had to do was have my mental down pat. Physically, everything was gonna work out by itself. So just having fun. So really, my main thing this year is getting stronger. Just always just getting stronger, getting bigger, which I am. I'm getting bigger. Body looking good, looking more leaner, bigger, more explosive. Working on that twitch, getting more fat, getting more faster, working on that stamina, being able to go for a long period of time. That's really what I'm working on my stamina. And really to have more. I always like to have fun. We always lit. So just to learning how to have that balance. Have that balance. But other than that, that's all the stuff I'm working on, and it's way more stuff that I'm working on. We could be here for 6 hours talking about what I need to work on. But yeah, that's pretty much it.
I got you. Well, guys, like I said, we've been talking here with the Christen Miller, 2022 4-star out of Cedar Grove. Christen, thank you so much for joining us, man, and we'll be catching up with you soon.
Appreciate you, Blaine, man. You stay safe, man. Appreciate you.
All right, guys, that was Christen Miller, 2022 4-star, and we will be back with another episode of Bulldog Illustrated later on, probably sometime next week. So thank you for joining us, and we'll catch you next time.